Hello everyone, Silent here and welcome back to another Bug Rock of the Week episode. Today we're going to be taking a look at the biggest, baddest, and most annoying bugs in the 1.12 update for the Bedrock edition of Minecraft. There's actually quite a few massive ones that affect the average everyday player, and a lot of these have been sent to me by you guys, the viewers, so thank you very much for doing so. Do highly appreciate it. I have a massive list of bugs for this update, so we're just going to try and get through as many as we possibly can. But before we do hop into it, if you're not aware of what we try to do with this series, we try and push everyone to upvote the bug reports that are linked down in the description. Just by putting an upvote on the bug reports or just a little bit of interaction, it really does help the developers of the Bedrock edition see these bugs and know that they exist and therefore fix them in the future updates as well. So all the bug reports will be linked down in the description for your convenience. And without further ado, let's hop into it. So we're going to start off this episode here in the Nether on the truly Bedrock server with a little bit of a gameplay bug, and this has to do with actually mining blocks of really any kind, and I am on a realm because this is easiest to actually reproduce on a realm. But basically, block lag is back. This was a thing that was a super massive issue on the Bedrock edition for an extremely long time. But they finally, pretty much got rid of it, and in 1.12, it is now completely back. But this is really annoying. This happens when you try and insta-mine stuff. It happens when you don't insta-mine anything. It's a very big deal. Like, you can honestly see that it's just a lag issue, but it happens no matter how many people are online. It happens in single player as well. I mined the blocks behind this one, but the one in front of it didn't actually get mined. So a lot of issues there. Definitely the biggest gameplay bug in this episode. So this block lag bug mostly only affects the mining of blocks. It doesn't really affect the placing of it. As you can see, we just placed a whole row and none of them disappeared. And that is really quite nice. Having your blocks that you place to disappear is arguably a lot more annoying than the ones that you're mining reappearing. However, the ones mining reappearing does use quite a bit more durability on your pickaxe since you gotta mine the block several times. And also, thank you to Cornerhard for actually fixing this bug. And he's not even a gameplay developer. He literally just fixed this in his free time because he's an awesome person. The Bedrock developers, they care. So the most annoying bug in this update is every single time you load up the game, it is going to default your skin to whatever non-custom skin you were wearing before that. So as you guys know, I am of course the zombie pigman. However, the skin that I put on before this was the Rancor, and this guy is kind of annoying and ugly. But if you didn't choose a custom skin before that or anything, it'll just default you back to either Steve or to Alex, and it's honestly an extremely annoying bug having to customly reset your skin every single time you load up the game, because you know what, those of us who use custom skins, we want to use our custom skins, and having to choose it every single time is not a good thing at all, and this definitely needs to be fixed very, very quickly. This was not an issue up to the 1.10 update. However, after that, it has then become an issue, and it's getting even worse in 1.12. It was a problem in 1.11. They just need to fix it already. So now for a little technical bug having to do with AFK fish farms and fishing bobbers. So anytime that you cast these things into water, or anytime that they get taken down by a fish or a catch, there's a chance for these things to completely glitch out and just go super herky-jerky everywhere. And it's a terrible sound, so we should see that happen sometime soon. It is fairly frequent. So of course this has kind of big implications for AFK fish farms. Of course, on the Bedrock edition, AFK fish farms are just notoriously stupid to build because of, you know, bugs like this in the game. And there we go, you can see the bug in action. It just kind of jumps up and down a bunch in the water. Very annoying. Definitely a bug. However, it doesn't necessarily break the AFK fish farms. I've seen a bunch of comments saying that these things are now broken, but they still totally work. You just need to adjust your aim slightly to account for the weird physics of the fishing bobber. But as you can see, both of my AFK fish farms still work. If you're not aware of these things, links to them will be down in the description, of course. And I just find it very strange that every couple of updates, the fishing rod or the fishing bobber, they just get messed with in some sort of way, whether intentional or not. These things always just have a lot of problems with them. So we are back on the Truly Bedrock server for this next gameplay bug, and this one is a very strange one that's actually been around for quite a while, and this has to do with the same type of items not stacking with other stacks of each other. So these things don't stack if you click on them in the inventory, and they don't stack if you throw them on the ground. Now, it used to be that these things would only happen if you actually broke them with Silk Touch, like for instance these leaves. Some of these were broken with shears, some of these were broken with Silk Touch, and I don't know where the third stack came from. That's just a mystery that we may never know. But now there's actually a bunch of different items that don't stack as well, having nothing to do with tools. So for instance, I have a couple of fishies that don't stack together. I got 6 in that stack and 3 in this one, and I think these were, smelted in 2 separate updates. One of these is from 1.11 and one of these is from 1.12. You can see this with the salmon as well. Yeah, they just do not stack it together, which is very strange. And this also happens with cobblestone that you smelt down in a furnace into smooth stone, and it doesn't stack with smooth stone that you've actually mined with a pickaxe. As you can see, we now have 2 different stacks of stone that just do not mix together. So I just had to try out this next bug in survival simply because it is just so fun. So we're still here on Truly Bedrock. I made myself a little bit of a testing area, basically just a bunch of water so I can get into swim mode, and then a little bit of a bridge going out. And all we need to do is basically swim in here and get into swim mode, and then just press jump so that we are up against this ceiling basically all the way, if I can do it. Oh my god, come on now, get into swim mode. There we go, now we are in swim mode officially. So what we need to do is basically just continue holding jump. As long as you're holding jump and as long as you have solid blocks above your head, this will work just fine. So yeah, as you can see, we can swim through midair now, and it is honestly amazing. Again, you need these solid blocks above your head. Some people think that we have crawling on Bedrock, but no, it's literally just this bug that allows you to get into 1 block tall spaces. And it's honestly really quite awesome because you can just hang here all day and just eat some fish, and it's amazing. You can even go up and down slopes using this. You can kind of like shimmy your way up and down using some stairs. It's honestly incredible. And all, again, you need to do is just hold your jump button. Cool. So yeah, I can just like completely isolate myself on a single floating block right here, break those 2, and yeah, there we go. Of all the bugs, this one is my favorite. So this next one is a bit of an administration bug, and this makes it even harder to moderate a realm and keep people from doing things that they probably should not be doing, like, stuff and things that you probably don't want. So if you join someone from the Joinable Friends tab, you will actually be able to see all the permissions of the realm. Of course, if you are the owner, you will be able to change those permissions. But the bug here is that if you turn someone to visitor or anything like that, and basically remove all their permissions to do anything, what they can do is basically just relog the realm, and then they will basically, have their permissions back again. They will be a standard member instead of a visitor. And there we go, Amped just left the realm and rejoined, and we can see from the screen over here that he still has all member privileges. So a kind of giant gaping hole in the security of the realms on Bedrock Edition. I've also made another video on realm security. Definitely check that one out if you are the owner of a realm or help run one, because there's kind of a lot of flaws with the security and you should definitely be aware of them. Oh, and by the way, this is the new supporter realm that we just launched for all the supporters of the channel, patrons, channel members, Twitch subscribers, all of those guys. And things have been going very well so far. If you're interested in joining this realm, link to that video will be down in the description, of course. But that is basically going to do it for today's Bug Rock of the Week episode. Thank you all very much for watching. I do hope that you have enjoyed. If you have, please do leave a like on the video. Maybe consider sharing this around with your friends so they are aware of these bugs and can, avoid them or use them to their advantage in their worlds. And also, if you're new here, do consider subscribing so you don't miss more episodes like this in the future. But I will see you all down in the comments and in the next one. Thank you again for watching, and then there was silence.